call it small. I'm your host, Natasha Foreman. If you don't know me and you have no clue what this podcast is all about, let me share a bit. I'm the CEO of ForemanAssociates, LLC, where we provide consulting, business support, and professional development services. And Don't Call It Small is where we talk all things business, share tips and news that you can use, and highlight the people and ideas behind the products and services that we buy. To learn more about our team, please visit ForemanLLC.com. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So great to be back. It's a blessing to be here with all of you. If you wouldn't mind, I would like to take a moment of silence before we get started. A moment of silence for the countless people in the United States and around the globe who've lost their lives to violence, suicide, mistakes, and accidents. Let's take a moment for the named and unnamed. Let's take a moment for the celebrities and the regular Joe and Jane who are celebrities in their own worlds, families, and minds. Let's take a moment for you and me, because we don't know if this will be our last moment. So please join me. Thank you for that. I have a quote that I'd like to share with you. The source is unknown, but the words, they have a lot of weight. It says, never regret a day in your life. Good days give happiness. Bad days give experience. Worst days give lessons. And best days give memories. With that, let's jump into this week's topic. Lessons learned from 2019. This is actually something that is timeless, but I'm just pulling from last year's experiences in hopes of getting some, if not most, of these things right or properly aligned in 2020 and beyond. Some of you may be struggling with these lessons right now, and some of you may laugh or cringe because you've been struggling with these things for years, possibly decades. It's okay. We're not perfect. Only to our Creator and to the sappy person who falls head over heels in lust with us before they even know us. So, what's one of the lessons learned that I want to share with you? Well, not in any particular order, but let's go with this. Follow through, follow up, follow through, follow up. Do you remember what I said last week in episode 28 about how to kick off quarter one with a bang? You have to avoid the New Year's Eve resolution trap that backhands you in the face around March or April. If you're going to do something, do it. Follow through, follow up. If it's a person you need to contact, meet, etc., follow through, follow up. If it's a project that you need to complete, a book that you need to finish writing, a business that you need to start, whatever it is, follow through, follow up. Starting is easy. And I know we say it's not, but it is. It's easy because starting first starts with thinking and speaking the intended goal and then taking the first step. The hardest part is finishing for most of us. I know. We say that finishing is easy because the hardest part is starting. And once you get rolling on that bicycle, then you just need to cruise to the finish line. But let's keep it real. Starting that cycling race, marathon, decathlon, Ironman, X Game, or whatever is the easiest part. Starting the road race in the car, right? It's the easy part. It's halfway in that your inner voice is saying, what the heck are you doing? It's 3/4 of the way in when that voice is screaming, hey, moron, can you hear me? Do you know how many people never finish a race or competition just to find out that they only had 1/4 of the race left to go? They weren't repeating to themselves, you're almost done, this is the easy part. No, they were saying, my body feels like it's about to fall apart. How many people do you see fall on their hands and knees or worse on their face and they can see the finish line ahead? It happens all the time. And think about it. Those are oftentimes highly trained athletes. So what about the majority of the world? When do you think they break down and stop? It's not with a quarter of the race left. It's not with a quarter left before the project is completed. Nope. We usually quit in the first quarter and half of our goal. Starting towards the 50 to 75 pound weight loss goal is easy. Sticking to it day by day, week by week, month after month, that takes focus, determination, discipline, shaking off your sobbing and rabied cussing fest, pity parties, and more. You choose to start, continue, and finish, or not. You choose what you say yes to, whom you say yes to. You also have the powerful choice of saying and meaning no. There can be love in the word no. No helps to form a healthy boundary. It helps to discipline and correct you when you're about to steer off course. It can protect you from you. I told a friend last month that if someone and something didn't lead to, enhance, or help them toward their mission and legacy, then they needed to say no, heck nah, hell no, oh, hell nah, nope, not happening, nein, if you want to say it in German. Say it in whatever language you need to say it. Just say it, mean it, live it, follow through. Number 2, lack of discipline is the perfect ingredient for failing miserably. You need stickability in life, in business, in relationships, especially the important relationships. Stickability like that annoying glob of gum you stepped in while wearing those cool tennis shoes with all of those intricate grooves on the bottom of the sole. Yeah, those grooves served as the perfect spaces for that big pink blue or white glob to sink deep down into. It nestled in real good, didn't it? Yeah, nice and sticky. Do you remember how annoying it was to remove it? You thought it was gone. You took 1 step, 2 steps. Aw, dadgummit, it's still there. Yeah, my friends, you need to be like that gum. Think about it this way. What do you want most? And let me stop really quick. And I want to steer clear of the stalkerish, I'm going to trap them and make them mine foolishness. Or the payback is mine. I'm going to take everything from them. Revenge mindset. No. We're going to steer clear of foolishness. I'm talking about healthy goals and aspiration, folks. Not lifetime movie trifling moves either. Remember what you put into the world, you're going to get back. Love for love, trifling for trifling. So let's get back to the goals. What do you want most? Then you have to sacrifice in the short term to gain what requires a long-term strategy. You want your business to take off and be successful? Well, late night binging of your favorite streaming programs won't get you there. Unless your business makes money doing TV and movie reviews. Going out clubbing a few times a week every week won't get your business where it needs to be. Unless your business is the club or the PR firm representing the clubs you visit. Do you get my drift? How and where you spend your time, invest your time, determines the return that you will receive on that back end. If it's not leading you to the finish line, don't invest your time and energy in it or in the person. If you want to lose weight, gain muscle, working out consistently and eating right consistently is the key. Stop looking for shortcuts. There's no magic pill, clothing, garment, wrap, ointment, balm, or whatever that will do the work for you. It's called work, and it's hard. You can cry, scream, cuss, and fuss. Just stick with the goal. Put in the time. Say no to everyone and everything that will distract you. You're trying to write a book, like me. You work during the day at a job. Guess what? You're going to have to work on your book before your job or after you get off work or both. You're going to have to say no to some things and some people who want you to come and socialize and have fun. You're going to have to say no because the longer you focus or you lose focus, I should say, on getting the book done, the higher the probability that you won't finish it. Remember the finish line. Just because you see it doesn't mean you stop running, cycling, driving, or whatever. You push yourself through the finish line. It's over when it's over, not a second before. So many people begin to slack off when they see the finish line or when they know they're in close proximity. It's really crazy. That's when we make the biggest mistakes. That's when many of us bumble and fail. Be like the chewing gum and stick to it. Now, number 3. Stop being afraid to be you. Oh my goodness. Between TV and social media, there's so many fake people out here lying about keeping it real. There's fake backgrounds, fake entourages, fake content, fake product, fake personalities, fake circumstances, fake. It's exhausting to see and watch. It has to be exhausting for these people to put on these shows day in and day out. What's so sad is that in their play days on social media, they claim to keep it real. Well, all they're doing is copying other fake people. The clothes you wear, makeup you spend a whole lot of time putting on and a whole lot of money getting it, the injections and countless augmentations, all the accessories, all the glam, all of the excess for what? Who were you? What did you look like? What were you doing before you saw the trends that became your life? Who are you when you aren't being lights, camera, action? If we were to sit down, you and I, and have a casual conversation, what could I learn about you and from you that wasn't just regurgitated mantras, catchphrases, and sentiments from thousands of other people? So many so-called reality TV shows are disappointing. The social experiment has proven one thing, folks. We're not aiming to reflect and demonstrate a high level of intelligence and discernment, nor are we concerned with what we ingest in our minds and spirits. We simply want to be entertained. Yeah. Years ago, people used to call the television set the idiot box. Some people still do. Well, a large percentage of the programs have aligned with that descriptive. Our minds aren't being challenged. Our minds are being conditioned to be force-fed whatever content is delivered. As long as our endorphins are fired up, we could care less what the content is or the impact that it has on us short-term or long-term. We just want that high. Social media and various television programs have caused so many people to behave like they're part of the Borg on Star Trek. Now, for those of you who aren't Trekkies like me, let me fill you in on who the Borg is. They are cyborgs. They are linked into a single collective consciousness, intelligence, which is a hive mind. And this hive mind is called the collective. The Borg co-opt the technology and knowledge of other alien species. And the collective takes this in through the process of assimilation, which means they're going to forcibly transform individuals into drones, or you can call them clones, by injecting nanoprobes into their bodies and surgically augmenting them with cybernetic components. The Borg's ultimate goal is achieving perfection, and they always told their prey, resistance is futile. That's how I see so many people around the world now. Assimilated drones or clones, just doing and saying what they see and hear the collective voices and minds doing and saying. Everyone wants to be hardcore, a gangster. Everybody wants to be glam. Children and adults being recorded fighting and acting like fools. It's celebrated. We're clowns. It's encouraged, but it's not real. That's a persona. It's a weak attempt to get attention because you can't get it any other way. Why are we now obsessed with our haters? Just pivoting slightly, but not much. I mean, Lord have mercy. Some of you talk about haters and those people don't even know they're supposed to be your haters. Maybe they just said something you didn't agree with, but are they really obsessing about you and what you're doing or not doing? Most likely not. They're too busy obsessing over their own insecurities to be concerned with yours. You should be focused on the people who support you, positively uplift you, hold you accountable, and push you to be your best. Maybe in so doing, you will realize that some of those so-called haters were simply telling you that you deserve to be a better version of you than what you were broadcasting to the world. I'm just saying, you don't have as many haters as you think you do. I see this a lot when it comes to women, and it has a lot to do with the pettiness that has been bred, nurtured, and celebrated within the female hierarchy. Women are our own worst enemies. It's not men tearing us down. I mean, not alone. I mean, there are some, but they're not alone. Nope, we do it to each other. We've made it worse for ourselves because over the past 7 to 10 years, we've been jockeying for leverage, and I swear it's in all the wrong places and for all the wrong things. For the most part, this is not a fact, of course, that encompasses every girl and woman on this planet, but what I'm about to say is a biggie. Women are starting to just look alike. A bunch of female clones, and everyone is competing to look and act more dramatic than the female beside them. Well, actually, women are starting to look and act more like drag queens. I'm not sure if that's a salute to or an insult to drag queens. I would need to have a conversation with a few of them to gain their insight and opinion on the drastic shift in the mannerisms of women, the shift in the cosmetics industry, and the application of makeup where it once was about enhancing our beauty and now it's about creating a piece of art. We're transforming into a totally different person in roughly 60 to 90 minutes, depending on how many products you're layering on. But then women get mad when men are shocked to see them without makeup on. Surprisingly, the majority of men who have been interviewed for various magazines and talk shows have said that they prefer women with a more natural look. Yet, the reality is, until your favorite celebrities start walking around with more natural shades, tones, and applications of their makeup, you will just keep doing what the rest of the Borg does. I'm not trying to insult or hurt anyone's feelings with my remarks. I'm just reflecting on observations that I've made and comments I've heard and read from other people from different walks of life from different parts of the world. I had a conversation with my sister the other day. She had me laughing so hard I cried. I cried and laughed so hard that my head and chest hurt. She said that she had to reflect back over the months and years and admit that there were countless days where she looked like a drag queen. She even said that she had to pause and consider that the days she didn't come into work with makeup on, that her coworkers immediately assumed that she was sick because she didn't look like herself. She said to me, "Do you know how much makeup I have to have on to give someone the impression that without it on I must be sick?" She explained to me that her coworkers would even treat her differently on days where she wore little to no makeup versus the days she was glam squad ready. She said that it was as though the uber makeup chick was and as a character, and she was tired of being perceived that way. I thought about what she said. With the theatrics and the production that is required to create yourself each and every day, how are you then keeping it real? How are you being your authentic self? How are you being uniquely you if you look, sound, and act just like tons of other people? Just because your favorite celebrity does it, says it, or wears it, why do you feel inclined to copy them? Why can't you find your own style? Why can't you design your own look? Why can't you decide to do something completely different than the masses? Are you a follower or a leader? Are you part of the herd just waiting to be led, or worse, slaughtered? Or will you be an outlier doing your own thing? Because you were made to be you, to live your life, to have your own experiences, fulfill your own mission, and leave your own special legacy. I don't know. Maybe you want to be part of the Borg. I sure don't. And that is why this was one of the lessons from 2019. Just be you. This leads to the next lesson. Number 4. You aren't your numbers. You aren't your social media numbers, people. You aren't your numbers. The number of likes, followers, retweets, reposts, or whatever, they are not you. They don't define you. You are no more or no less valuable with them. They only make you want to be part of the Borg. What you should be focused on is leaving a lasting legacy and fulfilling your mission. I'm just going to keep saying this. How many lives can you learn from? How many relationships can you strengthen, rebuild, and heal? How many lessons can you learn and share with others to help their learning curve? How did a book, article, program make you feel? How did something or someone inspire you to do more, see more, live more, give more? Because look at it this way. If all of your social media sites crashed this very moment, if every app crashed this very moment, would your world as you know it cease to exist? Or would you just refocus your attention elsewhere? Maybe grab a book. I don't know. Social media was designed to share with others, exchange ideas, learn from others, express your uniqueness, not to be the major artery or organ of your existence. It's not to be your lifeline. It's a tool, not an extension of you. Resistance isn't futile. It's the only way to survive and thrive. Please stop. Oh my goodness. All right. You know what that is, folks. You know that music. It's that time again. Time to wrap up and go our separate ways until next time. If you have questions and suggestions about this show, please email them to us at don'tcallitsmallbiz@gmail.com. I have a quote from Dr. Steve Miraboli. Live your truth. Express your love. Share your enthusiasm. Take action towards your dreams. Walk your talk. Dance and sing to your music. Embrace your blessings. Make today worth remembering. I'm going to add to this. If you notice, he said your. It's all about your truth, love, enthusiasm, dreams, talk, blessings, days, and music experiences. No one else's. Yours. Don't be defined by someone else's life and experiences, their failures and screw-ups. That's their life, not yours. Your mission, legacy, and destiny have nothing to do with what someone else does, says, or didn't do or say. This is your year to do with it as you please. Being uniquely you or be a part of the board. Try something new or stick with the same old, same old. Chase down and accomplish a goal or make excuses why you never started or why you had to give up early. Whatever you do, let it be yours. If you fail, let it be based on your understanding of the choices that you made or didn't make, not blaming someone else. With that, be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook. We're also on Twitter, on Facebook and Instagram. We're at ForemanAssociates on Twitter. We're at Foreman LLC. Be sure to follow us and share us with your friends, colleagues, and family. You can follow me where? On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and LinkedIn. Yes, I'm at Natasha L. Foreman. And I want to make sure that you guys are stopping by. You're coming to check me out. You're checking out our team. Share us with other people, folks. Like, seriously. Will you? I want to get to know you. We want to get to know you. We want to see how we can learn and grow this year together. So come and visit, share your story, say hello, wave, whatever. Don't just be what everyone else does. Don't just be you. I want to make sure I give credit to our show theme song. It's called Higher Up. It's by Shane Ivers. Thank you again for tuning into the Don't Call It Small business podcast, for sharing these episodes with others, and for your continued support. And don't forget what I tell you on each and every episode. Don't call what you're planning, thinking, dreaming, or doing little or small. Go big, go bold, or go nowhere. I'll see you here next time for episode 30 of Don't Call It Small. Have a super awesome day and week.